Very good afternoon to all of you. Respected Chief Guest Dr. S.R. Jart, Director, Indian Institute of Maize Research, Ludhiana, and Dr. Chaudhary and other colleagues. Today, going to deliver a lecture related to integrated farming system for efficient resource utilization and livelihood security.
स्लाइड्स ऑफ बोर्ड में नहीं हो रही स्लाइड
अभी
yes okay sir
okay
yes
then why small and marginal farm holder the number of operational holdings is estimated as 138.35 million and the total operated area is 159.59 million hectare. You can see the size of growth, percentage of number of operational holding to total, and percentage of area operated to total. You can see in case of marginal farmers below 1 hectare area, you can see number of percentage 68.45 and percentage of area operated to total 24. In case of small 1 to 2 hectare area, you can see 17.62% of number of operational holding to total and 22.91% of area operated to total. Third, in case of semi-medium, like 2 to 4 hectare area, 9.55% of number of operational holding to total and 23.84% of area operated to total. And medium, like 4 to 10 hectare area, you can see 3.8% of number of operational holding to total and 20.16% of area operated to total, and large more than 10 hectare area and above, you can see only 0.57% of number of operational holding to total and 9.07% of area operated to total reported by as per agriculture census 2015-16. And why integrated farming system model? First point, you can see to enhance income of small and marginal farmers. Second, addressing climate change mitigation and adaptation strategy. Third point, you can see factor productivity decline, enhancing resource use efficiency, nutritional security, especially protein malnutrition, ameliorate the soil health and sustain productivity and mitigate to second green regulations. And advantage of integrated farming system, you can see the first point 3P, productivity, profitability, potentiality, regular income and year-round employment generations, provides food and nutritional security, eco-recycling of agriculture residue or byproducts or wastes, better soil quality for sustainable agriculture, minimization in pollution hazards, improves microclimate, conservation of natural resources like soil and water, minimize the risks of failure in productivity, increasing input use efficiency. So this is the advantage of integrated farming system model. Another, you can see in case of type of integration of IFS model, first point you can see water harvesting from road and outside to pond. Second point, you can see fish duck integrations. Third, poultry fish integrations, livestock crop integrations, compost crop residue and byproducts. This is a type of integration, and you can see products like cereals, pulses, oilseed, vegetables, fodder, fruits, milk, fish, meat, biogas, manures, biogas, celery, FIM, compost. So this is a type of integration with products related to integrated farming system model. And aims of IFS model, first point you can see livelihood security, nutritional security of the farm family, income growth, poverty alleviations, employment generations, judicious use of land and water resources, sustainable agriculture development, and soil health, environmental improvement. So this is the aims of IFS model. Another, you can see integrated farming system approaches. First point, you can see characterizations of on-farm resources, knowledge of basic needs of the farm family, allocation of land and other resource accordingly to resources, introducing or integrating new cost-effective farm enterprises or components for profit maximizations, use of resource conservation technology, resource recycling, and encouraging organic farming for sustained production. So this is a M approach of integrated farming and goals of IFS model. First point you can see in maximizations of yield of all component enterprises to provide steady and stable income. Second point, rejuvenations of system productivity and achieve agroecological equilibrium. Third point, avoid buildup of insect pest, disease, and weed population through natural cropping system and keep them at low level of intensity, reducing use of chemicals and pesticides. Another you can see predominant farming system in India under different states. You can see the first like animal husbandry based farming system like Gujarat, Rajasthan, poultry based farming system like Andhra Pradesh, Assam, Maharashtra, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, and Northeast. In case of this is the most important farming system like crop husbandry based like Andhra Pradesh, Bihar, Chhattisgarh, Goa, Haryana, Jammu, Uttar Pradesh, Uttaranchal, Northeast, Maharashtra, Odisha, Punjab, Tamil Nadu, etc. In case of fisheries-based farming system like Assam, Odisha, West Bengal. Another you can see horticulture-based farming system like Himachal Pradesh, J&K, Maharashtra, Northeast, and Sikkim. Plantation-based farming system like Andaman and Nicobar, Assam, Kerala, Karnataka, Lakshadweep, West Bengal, Tamil Nadu. And vegetable-based farming system, only one like Himachal Pradesh, and another in case of seed production-based farming system like Maharashtra, Karnataka, Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, like this. This is a predominant farming system in India under different states. You can see objective, we have developed 1 hectare integrated farming system model for irrigated ecology with these 3 objectives. You can see first objective, ensure balanced family nutrition and sustained livelihood of small and marginal farmers. Second, generate regular income and employment generation along with enhanced economic viability of small and marginal farm holdings. And third, maintain soil health and environmental safety under changing climate scenario. This is a 3 objective related to IFS model. And you can see allocation of area under different components or enterprises of farming system. You can see crops to, this is a 10 treatments, crop with other enterprises or components related to IFS model. You can see I am distributed 7,000 meter square area through crop. In case of dairy, this is a shelter with farmhouse. In case of fishery, 1,000 meter square area, 0.1 hectare area. In case of poultry and duckery, this is both are shelter over fish pond. In case of apiaries, shelter over crop field bunds. And in case of biogas, 25 meter square area connected with dairy unit at farmhouse. And another in case of boundary plantation, you can say 768 meter square area. In case of vermicompost oblique FYM, 50 meter square area. So this is allocation area under different components. You can see rice equivalent system productivity and sustainability yield index under different IFS model. You can see M1 to M10 model. M10 considerably registered greater rice equivalent system production during both the experimentation and over the years. You can see the M10 significantly superior, followed by M9, M8 over the rest of the treatments like system productivity and sustainability yield index. Another you can see in case of net return and returns over investment under different IFS model, you can you can see the net return like M10 crop plus other component significantly superior, followed by M9 and M8 over the rest of the treatment. In case of return over investment, you can see M1 and M2 significantly superior, like rice wheat system, crop enterprises, you can see over the rest of the treatments. In case of system production efficiency, kg per hectare per day, and system economic efficiency rupees per hectare per day under different IFS model, you can see the highest system production efficiency was observed in M10, followed by M9, M8 over the rest of the treatments like system production efficiency and system economic efficiency. Another, you can annual man days employment under different IFS model. You can see the annual man days employment mean data. You can see the maximum employment generation was gained in model 10. Like you can see 629 man days, followed by M9, M8, 624 man days, and M7 you can see 615 man days. In case of energy productivity and energy profitability under different IFS model, you can see the, in case of M3 and M9, M10, you can see M10, M9 and M3 significantly superior over the rest of the treatment. You can see the main data. In case of energy profitability, M10 significantly superior, followed by M9 and M6 over the rest of the treatments. In case of total nitrogen recycling through various source under different IFS model, you can see the M1 to M10. You can see the, in case of crop residue, FYM, irrigation water, poultry manure, biogas, slurry, vermicompost, and total, you can see the M10 significantly superior, followed by M9 and M8 over the rest of the treatment. You can comparison rice wheat system, you can see only 46.06, and you can see M10 146.03 kg per annum. In case of total phosphorus recycling through various sources under different IFS model, you can see the the highest phosphorus recycling was obtained in M10, which was significantly higher than other model like M1. You can see only 8.32 kg per annum over the rest of the treatments. In case of potassium, you can see total potassium recycling through various sources under different IFS model. You can see in case of potassium recycling through various sources was found to be significantly higher in M10, 234.37 kg per annum as compared to other IFS model. In case of change in soil availability status under different IFS model, you can see the data, initial data and final and percent change over. You can see the data, the crop plus other component, you can see significantly superior, followed by this and this over the rest of the treatment. You can see the, in case of rice wheat system, you can see only 0.96% change over initial. In case of M10, 9, and you can see 14.71%, 13.17%, and 10.82% change over initial. In case of change in soil available P status under different IFS model, you can see similar result like nitrogen. Another, you can see the, in case of potassium, you can see similar result. And another, in case of apparent N balance under different IFS model, you can see M1 to M10, the apparent nutrient balance prepared based on nutrient addition and uptake show a positive N balance. Under M2, you can see the M2. You can see N added through recycling, you can see 63.37 kg per annum. In case of N added through fertilizer, 280 kg per annum. In case of total N addition, 344. And in case of total N uptake, 301.35. And apparent N balance, you can see 42.66. And while negative N balance was observed in rest of the models during both the years of field study, in case of P, you can, this is a N, and another you can see the apparent P balance under different IFS model. You can see the apparent P balance was found to be highest in M10, whereas lower positive P balance was recorded in M1. You can see only 8.3, and you can comparison M10 49.25 kg per annum. In case of potassium, apparent K balance under different IFS model, you can see the highest apparent K balance was recorded in M10, followed by M9 and M8 over the rest of the treatments. And M1, you can see one during the course of investigation only 8.3 kg per annum. You can comparison rice wheat system, and you can see M10 crop with other components. In case of water productivity, water footprint, and monetary water use efficiency under different IFS model, you can see that in case of water productivity kg per hectare centimeter was found to be significantly higher in M10. You can see M10 crop plus other enterprises, followed by M8 and M9 over the rest of the treatments. In case of water footprint, liters per kg rice equivalent yield was significantly lower with M10. You can see only M10 112.2. You can comparison rice wheat cropping system like M1. You can see 724.4 liter per kg rice equivalent yield. In case of monetary water use efficiency rupees per hectare centimeter, you can see monetary water use efficiency was found to be maximum in M3. You can see crop plus dairy 693 rupees per hectare centimeter. Then M1 you can see 194.6, and M2 you can see 277.4, and was at par with M10 during the period of study. In case of global warming, you can see global warming potential, greenhouse gas intensity, and eco-efficiency index of different IFS model average 2 years of data. You can see in case of global warming potential was higher in M10, M10, M9, and M8. You can see the data, while M2 recorded lower greenhouse potential when compared to M1 during both the years of field studies. In case of lower greenhouse gas intensity, you can see was recorded in M10. Recorded M10, whereas significantly higher greenhouse gas intensity was observed in M1. You can see M1 rice wheat system 1.03 greenhouse gas intensity. Then other model during both the years of experimentations. In case of eco-efficiency index rupees per kg greenhouse gas, you can see the highest eco-efficiency index was registered in case of M9. You can see M9 crop plus other enterprises or components. You can see the data, and M2. And the model M3, you can see the model M3 crop plus dairy also recorded significantly higher eco-efficiency index than M1 and M2 during the period of study. So this is related to global warming potential, greenhouse gas intensity, and eco-efficiency index of different IFS model. Another, in case of carbon footprint, you can see traditional cropping, diversified cropping, integrated farming. You can see traditional cropping like rice wheat cropping system, diversified cropping like cereals, vegetables, pulses, and oilseed. And in case of integrated farming, you can see integrated like crop, livestock, poultry, dairy, and fisheries. You can see maize equivalent was used IPCC based on other reported coefficient were used. You can see the 80% and 38% lower carbon footprint in IFS as compared to traditional and diversified system. In case of energy productivity, you can see equivalent and was divided by total energy used in individual production system. And second point, you can see in case of energy productivity in IFS model was higher by 2.5 and 3.5 times higher compared with diversified and traditional system. So this is a carbon footprint and energy productivity of different production system. Another, you can see the nitrogen flow dynamics under different IFS model. We are calculated farm design tools developed by Indian Institute of Farming System and Netherlands Institute. You can see the nitrogen flow dynamics, the crop production expert 166.2 kg crops to animals, crops to household. You can see then animals to manures, crops to manures, to soil to crops. So this is a nitrogen flow rice wheat with dairy, and you can see the diversified cropping system like nitrogen flow dynamics. Similar result like phosphorus flow dynamics under different IFS model. You can see the graph. And another, you can see the in case of potassium flow dynamics under different IFS model, you can see crop production export, you can see through crops 43.8 kg, and crops through household, you can see 1.3, in crops through animals 208.2 kg, and animals through manure 208.2, and crops to manure you can see 11. And another, you can see the soil to crops 264.3 kg, in case of depositions 1, and you can see losses and accumulation negative. So this is a potassium flow dynamics. And another, in case of soil organic matter balance under rice wheat plus dairy, you can see the diversified IFS model. This is a rice wheat system. And in case of IFS model, you can see in case of input like crop residue, you can see rice wheat system, you can see 0. And in case of IFS model, you can see 371 kg per household. In case of grain, you can comparison rice wheat system 0 and 68 kg per household. In case of own manure, you can see 704,079 kg per household. And in case of outputs, you can see manures and soil organic manure. You can see in case of manure, you can see rice wheat system like 0, and IFS model 6,349. In case of soil organic matter, you can see in case of rice wheat system 241 kg per household, and in case of IFS model, you can see 600 kg. In case of balance, you can see 969 kg, and in case of rice wheat system, you can see the negative balance. Another, this is the economics of integrated farming system model under irrigated situations. You can see the enterprises like crops, dairy, fishery, poultry, fruit production, agroforestry, biogas, and fencing area like country being same like Delica's Love. You can see the area allocated 0.7 hectare area for cropping system, dairy 3 cows, in case of dairy 35 birds, in case of fishery 1 hectare area, in case of poultry 50 birds, fruit production 0.05 hectare area, and agroforestry 120 meter square area, and biogas KVIC model. You can see cost of cultivation, you can see total 6 lakh, and gross return 10.17 lakh, and net return you can see 4.16 lakh. In case of BC ratio, you can see the highest, like fencing area country bin 3.34, and employment generation round the year you can see, like crops you can see 150 mandate. In case of dairy, 365 mandate, and in case of dairy, fishery and poultry, 26 mandate, and fruit production 50 mandate, agroforestry 3, biogas 12 mandate, and fencing area like country bin 5, and total you can see 328 mandate employment generation. Another you can see family nutrition demand and its supply under rice wheat system plus dairy, and you can see comparison and diversified IFS model. You can see nutrient like dietary, energy, carbohydrate, and other vitamins like this. You can see demand, supply, standard deviation. You can see this is a negative value, and self-reliance. You can see the question mark. In case of diversified IFS model, you can see the demand and supply, standard deviation. You can see, and self-reliance. You can see this is 100% family nutrition demand supply. In case of livelihood analysis of different IFS model, you can see the table value of farm produce. You can see the M1 to M10 value of farm produce was registered to be highest M10, which was significantly superior over M1, M2 during the period of study. In case of value of farm consumed in family, you can see the second table. Value of farm consumed in the family was significantly higher in M10. You can see M10 116.52, which was equal to M9, which was significantly superior over M1 during both the year of field experimentations. In case of value of farm recycle within the system, you can see within the system was highest in case of M10. You can see the table M10, which was equal to M9. And the value of farm recycle in M1 and M2 was nil during the course of field studies. You can see the data. In case of marketable surplus, you can see value of marketable surplus was maximum in M6. You can see the data M6, which was equal to M7, which was significantly higher over M1 and M2. In case of labor cost, you can see labor cost of different IFS model was found to be highest in M10. You can see 144 followed by M9 142 and followed by 7. You can see 140 over the rest of the treatment. In case of outside purchase, you can see the value of outside purchase was maximum under M10. You can see the data like 251.51 and significantly higher than M1 and M2 during the study. In case of family saving, you can see the table. Family saving is model M6. You can see the M6. M6 was the maximum as compared to M1 and M2 during both the years of field studies. In case of family saving in model M3, you can see the M3 was equal to M9 and was at par with M10. You can see the data. This is a livelihood analysis of different IFS model. Another, we are established one marginal farming holding capacity like IFS model for 1 acre area, horticulture based IFS model, horticulture, vegetable, polyhouse, and mushroom unit. You can see the system measure equivalent productivity. You can see the data like okra, cole crops, cowpea, you can see the year-wise data or mean data. You can see 37.64 ton per hectare per year, followed by cowpea, marigold, mustard over the rest of the treatments. In case of production efficiency, similar results. In case system measure equivalent productivity and production efficiency kg per hectare per day of agri-hut, this is a first slide. You can see this is a cropping system mode, and another you can see the agri-hut system. You can see the system measure equivalent productivity. You can see the mean data. You can see sponge gourd, radish, and lettuce with pomegranate. You can see significantly superior, followed by spinach, garlic, lettuce with pomegranate over the rest of the treatment. In case of production efficiency, you can see the data, similar results like system measure equivalent productivity. And another, in case of economic yield and biomass system measure equivalent yield and system equivalent productivity and production efficiency kg per hectare per day of protected vegetable cultivation like cucumber, tomato, and capsicum. You can see the mean data, and you can see the tomato 45.73, followed by cucumber and capsicum. Biomass, you can see the mean data. Tomato, you can see 103.27. In case of maize equivalent, you can see the mean data 98.41 ton per hectare. In case of system maize equivalent, you can see the data, mean data 153.77. In case of production efficiency, you can see the 421. So this is a protected culture, naturally polyhouse. And another, in case of, you can see annual income productivity dynamics, kg per 50 meter square area, economic yield per unit area, kg per meter square, economic yield per unit area, per unit time. You can see the table, annual economic productivity dynamics, milky mushroom, type of mushroom like milky, button, and total you can see the mean data. You can see 1,369. In case of economic yield per meter square area, you can, in case of milky mushroom, you can see 4.81, and you can see button mushroom 6.60. In case of economic yield per unit area of time, you can see button mushroom 2.20 and milky mushroom 1.6. In case of input cost per crop per year, you can see 45.13, similar both the mushroom. In case of gross return and crop per year, you can see the mean data 94.98 under button mushroom. And in case of milky mushroom, you can see 86.63 and total 181.61 gross return per crop per year. So this is a mushroom cultivation. Another, in case of nutrients recycling, kg per crop per cycle of mushroom production, you can see the year-wise data and total mean data, NPK, and total you can see the 39.38 kg per crop cycles. In case of system net return, system benefit cost ratio, system profitability, rupees per day per hectare, sustainable livelihood index, and employment generation of cropping system. You can see the cropping system, and you can see, in case of system net return, you can see cowpea, marigold, sunflower, followed by okra, cole crops, cowpea, and bottle gourd, vegetable pea feed over the rest of the treatments. Like system benefit cost ratio, system profitability, rupees per day per hectare, sustainability live. In case of sustainability livelihood index, you can see the data like cowpea, marigold, sunflower, significantly superior, followed by okra, cole crops, cowpea over the rest of the treatments. In case of employment generation, you can see the data like okra, cole crops, cowpea, you can see the 282 days. In case of maize onion, you can see 270 man days. In case of bottle gourd, vegetable pea feed, 194 days over the rest of the cropping system. In case of system maize equivalent productivity, you can you can see the data, vegetable production, polyhouse vegetable production, field crops, agri system, mushroom production plus beekeeping, vermicompost. You can see the 82.72 ton per hectare, followed by 75.01 and 73.98 over the rest of the treatment. In case of cost of cultivation, you can see similar result. Gross income, you can see, you can comparison rice wheat system, maize wheat cropping system, you can see only 2.47 to 215 like this. You can comparison the another components. You can see the data. In case of net return, you can see vegetable production plus polyhouse vegetable cultivation, field cultivation, agri system, mushroom production, and beekeeping, vermicompost. You can see the significantly superior, followed by this and this over the rest of the treatment. You can see the rice wheat system, maize wheat system, and BC ratio. You can see the data like vegetable production. This is a significantly superior, followed by agri system and vegetable P plus protected vegetable cultivation over the rest of the treatments. In case of profitability, rupees per hectare per day, sustainability livelihood index, and employment generation, you can see the profitability mean data. You can see the over the rest of the treatments. In case of sustainability livelihood index, you can see the mean data. You can see rice wheat cropping system or maize wheat negative, and you can comparison the other component is significantly superior over the rest of the treatments. And like employment generation, you can see this one. You can see highest, followed by this and this over the rest of the treatments. In case of employment generation under rice wheat cropping system, maize wheat cropping system, you can see 187 mandate and 162 mandate. Another, you can see in case of energy productivity, energy intensity, and energy profit, you can see the data like mean data. You can see vegetable production plus polyhouse vegetable cultivation. You can see the 1.61, followed by vegetable production plus vegetable polyhouse vegetable cultivation, field crops, agri system, mushroom production, beekeeping, vermicompost, over the rest of the treatment. In case of energy intensity, you can see rice wheat cropping system, maize wheat cropping system superior over the rest of the treatments. In case of energy profit, you can see the mean data like vegetable production plus polyhouse vegetable cultivation, vegetable production plus polyhouse vegetable cultivation, and field cultivation. You can see over the rest of the treatments. Another, in case of another livelihood for 1 acre area livelihood index, you can see of IFS model. You can see during 2020-21 and 2021-22, you can see like rice wheat cropping system, maize wheat cropping system, agri system, vegetable production. You can see the value of farm. You can significantly superior over the rest of the treatments, like value of farm, consume, recycle, marketable surplus, labor cost, outside purchase, family saving. You can see the data. In case of total water usage and water productivity, you can see the data like this. In case of total water usage, you can see in case of rice wheat cropping system, you can see the data 17,085 in case of maize wheat cropping system, 11,852 in case of agri system. You can see 15,967. In case of water productivity, you can see the data like vegetable P plus polyhouse vegetable cultivation, field crops, agri system, and mushroom production. And another, you can see over the rest of treatments. In case of total water usage, you can see rice wheat cropping system, agri system over the rest of the treatment. In case of water productivity, you can see this one. You can see 6.7 4 followed by vegetable pay plus polyhouse vegetable cultivation, then vegetable production plus polyhouse vegetable cultivation, field crops, agri system, mushroom production over the rest of the treatments. In case of partial nitrogen budget kg per hectare, you can see the IFS model N added through recycle. You can see there is a negative in apparent N and P. In M5, you can see the data, but in case of apparent K, negative balance found in M1 and M2. So this is a N partial, phosphorus partial, and potassium partial busting. Another, in case of carbon dynamics, you can see the carbon dynamics with respect to carbon dynamics and carbon sequestration. You can see M8, M9, and M10 were recorded significantly higher over other modules. So this is a 2 years data related to carbon carbon sequestration and carbon dynamics. Another, in case of global warming potential for 1 acre area and greenhouse gas intensity, you can see the mean data and IFS base module with 1 acre area was enough to meet the nutritional. Sorry, IFS, you can see that this is significantly superior over the rest of the treatment. You can see the mean data in case of global warming potential, greenhouse gas intensity. In rice wheat system, you can see the mean data, rice wheat system, maize wheat system over the rest of the treatments. In case of human nutrition balance of IFS for 1 acre area, you can see in IFS based module with 1 acre area was enough to meet the nutritional requirement of 5 to 6 members family significantly as compared to rice wheat system where fat and calcium supply were insufficient. You can see the data like demand, supply, standard deviation, self-realization year-wise, and another. So this is a human nutrition balance. And another, you can see the monitoring indicators of IFS model. First, you can see the productivity. This is a first monitoring indicators, economic returns, second monitoring indicators, and third energy input output monitoring indicators for employment generations and for equity and environment. These are 5 monitoring indicators related to IFS models. Future focus in farming system research, you can see the first point, need to develop easily identifiable and applicable methodologies and to refine existing procedures of farming system research in the tune most suited for the small farmers and marginal. In case of need to be undertaken with greater vigor and proceeded with realistic changes at various levels, which may be called for long-term transformations. Third point, you can see in procedures like establishment of clear research priority, effective planning of team efforts, periodic examinations by outside consultants, and periodic review. Fourth point, you can see in case of construction and application of suitable whole farm models for examining the probability of profitability under various resource and constraint conditions are of great importance. In case of development of computer software development for expert system, which may provide an excellent basis for a start in the modeling of whole farm system, even within the incomplete conceptual understanding and data set. This is a future focus in farming system. And this is a last slide conclusion. Inferences, IFS found more profitable than only cropping systems, which help in recycling of the byproducts and farm wasted. Second, in case of integration of livestock with crops, fish, and other components like dairy and poultry, help in reducing production cost and through recycling of byproducts and waste. Such linkage need to be explored for developing sustainable production system. Third point, in case of integrated farming system can be a viable options to diversify rice wheat cropping system with a net income of 3.5 to 4.16 lakh and employment generation 600 to 650 man days from 1 hectare area. This can help in improving livelihood of small and marginal farmers and attract rural youth for entrepreneurship. In case of sustainability of the IFS model has been confirmed based on the parameters of like carbon cycle, NPK cycle, nutrient, animal feed, and organic matter balance. In case of IFS-based models have significantly resulted in increasing the productivity, profitability, and employment generation of farm under study. In case of another system is equivalent yield, gross income, net income, cost of cultivation, profitability, and employment generation recorded higher under M10, M9, and M10 IFS models, and higher base ratio was recorded in M4. Another in case of related to energy productivity was recorded higher in M5 and M10. In case of energy intensity was found higher in M1 and M2. Global warming potential was recorded significantly higher under M8, M9, M10 modules. However, greenhouse gas intensity was significantly higher in M1 and M2 like rice wheat cropping system and maize wheat cropping system. In case of livelihood index and water productivity was significantly influenced by enterprise integrations, and M10, M9, and M10 were significantly higher in livelihood index and water productivity. Another you can see in case of there is negative in apparent nitrogen and phosphorus in M5 modules, but in case of apparent K, negative balance found in M1 and M2 like rice wheat cropping system and maize wheat cropping system. In case of with respect to carbon dynamics and carbon sequestrations, M8, M9, and M10 were recorded significantly higher over rest of the treatments. In case of IFS-based module, with 1 acre area was enough to meet the nutritional requirement of 5 members family significantly as compared to rice wheat cropping system where fat and calcium supply were insufficient. So this is a conclusion or inferences. And another some photographs you can see legendary visited to IFS model. You can see the Honorable Prime Minister interacted with our former HOD, Dr. BK Singh, and you can see Honorable Governor of Uttar Pradesh visited our integrated farming system model along with our director. And another you can see former DDG Extension and presently Vice Chancellor Ranilakshmi Bai along with former Agriculture Minister. You can see the photo Honorable DG, former DG ICR along with director interactor related to integrated farming system model. And you can see another legendary Visa IFS model, Honorable DG Sir, ADG Seed, foreign delegates. You can see Joint Secretary Fertilizer and UPL Chief Son. You can see the visited. Another you can see this is a delegates visited IFS model, foreign delegates. You can see the photograph, and thank you.